Sometimes I struggle to make reviews on episodes where I just feel completely blank and ambivalent. I remember there was this time in a Discord server that Mediocrity4 rhetorically asked how anyone can make reviews longer than 3 minutes when he could barely get to that mark when discussing multiple volumes worth for a character. Now in my head there were two reasons. Media is simply far more concise than the rest of us RWBY reviewers, and characters in RWBY just don't have enough to warrant more than 3 minutes in discussion anyway, so it's a bad point of comparison. However, today I feel in the same boat as him because this episode left me so cold that I legitimately don't know what to talk about. I can't even say I think the episode was bad, I just felt nothing towards it. And yet somehow I'm going to push this review to like 5 minutes long, and even though I really have nothing to talk about, so it's just going to be all filler. Which, honestly, given this is RWBY, kind of fitting. Something about this episode feels a bit too fast. Like the previous episode spent 4 minutes on this dining scene trying to make a semblance of tension, and making the scene feel like it has some weight to it, then 1 minute into this episode all of that is gone. Weiss comes in and shows off how much of a cockstained Jock is, and the problem is solved. The council members in Hill no longer act suspicious of James and don't really question him further. Hill talks to Ironwood about how his lies are for the greater good and for the whole world of remnant and stuff to be good, and that combined with Ironwood's extremely muted response to learning the big secret Team RWBY held kind of makes me think any message they want to send about trust and secrets is lost when you portray one of the big secrets as a selfless choice and the other one as a meaningless act. But you know what, I don't really care because I'm glad they just haven't played the Ironwood is a big meanie bad man card yet. You know, it's at this point rewatching and scripting that I think I know why I feel nothing about the episode. It's another episode spent mostly standing and talking, and I'm just not interested. Like, yeah, they lay into Jacques, which is nice and all, but it kinda comes out of nowhere given we spent 1 volume hating him, 2 volumes not really acknowledging him, and then he's barely in this volume and gets knocked down the supposed pegs we didn't see well enough. Oh yeah, and Ironwood doesn't really seem to care that Hill knows his secret or that some of the people he trusted broke his trust. I don't know, it just seems to me that I'd have trouble trusting people with information if those people that I trust just happen to disagree with me and are willing to give that information if they do disagree with me. You know, if I trust people, I trust them not to give away that information even if they disagree with it. Maybe that's just me. To talk about something I like, I've always liked the Goliaths. Unlike other giant Grimm like the silly Nakavli, the completely meaningless Wyvern, and the exceedingly goofy Leviathan, the Goliaths managed to hold at least an aura of dominance. Our first introduction pegged them as these hulking beasts, both powerful and smart, that even Crescent Rose couldn't scratch, and we haven't seen one get fodderized like the rest of the Grimm, so who's willing to bet they're going to have them killed en masse? And did it really take them 9 episodes to remember Neo and Cinder exist? Are you legitimately shitting me? Could you imagine if in Hero Arc Season 2, they have Stain foreshadowed and made to seem like the ultimate threat for the next arc, but then Stain doesn't appear for the first 9 episodes and then appears right near the end? Stupid. And speaking of stupid, how could nobody stop this little dragon? Weiss could have made her tiny little knight appear outside, or Marrow could have done that stopping power he has. You know, something. Clover could have farted and with any luck knocked it off somehow. Anyway, unlike the other scene with the swelling music that's supposed to be really cool but just made me low-key cringe, at least this episode has some sense in not being totally boring because at least something happened during it. So that was the episode, that was the review. That's what I thought, but how about you? Tell me your opinion, tell me what you think. I'm stopping my recording and getting a stiff drink. Oh jeez, I forgot how awful Sin is due to Sign is.